Tigers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. I guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. So Arkansas's offense will take the field first. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up. You got to communicate.
And the Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry up. Jackson will throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush.
He'll take a shot. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Absolutely center cut. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So Missouri's offense will go to work for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass. And they can play man and zone, but I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle.
Hey, back again with a whole nother set. Start the game, she gonna throw me some
Likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple
you know who this rapper on this song? He from Austin, Texas. The person I'm listening to. In that fan.
You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
He's from Austin.
Corral, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Man, on the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks.
Yeah, he's from Austin.
Second and short to keep this drive moving.
I don't need him around me.
Davis here. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will
You said what?
the sticks.
No, I was asking, have you heard him?
Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for those guys.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you set it down.
No, they won't understand me. That's why I'm with only the family. I feel like
Quick strike through the air for the score.
Tight ends can be the quarterback's best friend down in this area of the field. When the windows get smaller, you need bigger targets. No better option.
He was getting popular around the time he was down there, too.
7-3. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets.
Oh my God! Come on, we got.
They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. A little bit of feeling each other out there down 7-3 as they
Oh
open
my
this
God,
drive.
y'all! Come on, man!
Fires to the tight
Oh
end.
my God, he was.
Number 35, he's got
Oh my God!
racing down the left side. Touchdown,
Oh my
Razorbacks.
God!
He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends. Like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal 10-7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. Let's talk a little bit about Missouri. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Dumps it to the back. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college
Yeah.
football, that's okay. Your receiver has a step on the guy, man. Those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that.
And the runner is down, and so is a flag. That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Got it in the middle, it's Terry. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Tiger! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
It makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan.
He's got it at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
I'm way back from my own line.
Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout.
Yo, what in the fucking watching?
I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance. Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier. Boy, they did it right there.
The give to the left side. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. You've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, they put it on the board. Hill's good return inside his spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Terry. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to go up top on first down.
Oh,
man, it's Johnson. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold open.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work.
Like, damn, bro. I already don't got shit going on. Y'all try cheating every fucking day.
First play of the period, first down here.
Like, damn, bro. I'm already at the fucking deficit. Fuck.
Caught over the middle. It's Manning. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
But you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Missouri wants to go fast.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Caught behind the line.
First,
dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for first down. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a man. Going for 6. He caught it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together.
Come on, bro. Come on.
On the ground.
Thank you.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. It's a reverse. Creates a little space.
What?
Not enough for the
What?
first, and he's still
What
going.
am I watching?
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What am I watching on this game?
And the Razorbacks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw.
Yo.
Touchdown, Arkansas! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Coastal Carolina has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the surf turf in Conway. They're up by 7 over Appalachian State. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in, week out. He's done that. He now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the year.
Missouri gets to the line quickly. He might want another play. Wants to throw on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hoffman. He'll be brought down, but it'll move the chains for Mizzou.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Missouri!
Well, the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Jackson gonna throw it. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection in the defense, putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
That's a man.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Razorbacks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Catch is made at the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down to the 24. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can
turning it on. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
You know, it's not often you get to see QBs go over 5,000 yards passing in a year. We've watched this guy, though, be a special player for this offense all season long. With that last completion, he's now hit the milestone.
Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Huffman. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Jackson will throw. Right on the money. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Corner's going to give them room. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Finds a spot in the middle. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Razorbacks will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Wants to throw on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit. Now
he'll try to take it back. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Utah is getting smoked. This is unexpected. This is alarming. And I've been on social and already seen a couple of recruits change their minds. They're trailing by 17 to UAB. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Breaks into the open. Across the 40, out of bounds, down to 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Manning. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Makes the grab, it's James. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Terry. A play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting...
Touchdown, Tiger! And they add 6.
That was a bad read. That was a bad read. That was a bad read, Chad.
This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. They'll try the run. Got enough for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo. Quarterback on the keeper.
Oh my God, it's quarterback.
There he goes. Powers through. The defense got
These
caught
niggas
that
some great
time, and they
guys.
finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land, like running the option.
He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there for the second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Manning. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the air on first down. The short hand.
And you get open a lot.
Defense
I gotta keep
as
that.
he gets it down to the 26. When
You
your
get
best
open
is
a lot.
demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say?
Yeah,
Big-time
I gotta
players
reward
make
that.
big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here. And this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that
Kinda
dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
We've reached the brink. Arkansas has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to throw again. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Missouri wants to go fast. Might be changing the route. They'll try to get it through the air. Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now, first and goal.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range. It's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Big fella moving. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throwing catch.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And look at the quarterback. Look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long.
Hey, man.
When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
Desperately wanted to
This
convert
game.
on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
What the hell?
The give to the tailback.
Safety?
And they don't pick up anything right there, but at least they avoid getting tackled in their
This
own
game
end
is
zone.
And I think if you're the
bro,
head
we
coach,
know.
defensively, obviously,
Safety.
Any way to get out of the end zone safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were.
What the hell did they
put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Bro, why they just make my player run from the...
They say it's still a game of
possession. Lord, bro, they just made him run from the ball, bro.
In the red zone. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This game is annoying, bro.
Continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all.
Why they just bring my player run from the ball like that? Then, yo, no.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
No.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Razorbacks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Get a hat trick of touchdowns as a Razorback running back, and they start bringing up names like Alex Collins and Madre Hill and Darren McFadden.
How unbelievable is that? Just to be mentioned with those kind of names, that shows you what kind of day this young man's
like they just made my player run from the ball on the front side. I mean, it was in the front side.
Are proud of this young man.
And the kick is good, but
then y'all just ran
flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take
this
the
game,
penalty.
blood pressure.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field.
Y'all
that
do
fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs.
Running free. And he'll ramble to the 34 before
we gotta go. Come on, on the ball.
That's what's so scary about
we gotta go.
They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. The quick out.
Come on, we gotta go.
Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Guys, let's talk here for just a second about Missouri. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. And it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Wants to keep it in the air.
God damn.
He threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Offense at an empty set. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Here comes the biggest drive for this defense. They need this stop the way the rest of us need oxygen. If they don't get it, they're done. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Jackson gonna throw it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds a tight end. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Razorbacks decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Takes it on the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Terry. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Guys, man.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Manning.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down. We got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Terry. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down.
I'm a bonus.
Wants to throw on first down. Snares it outside. It's Johnson. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And the wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes that when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Wants to go up top on first down. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown. Waiting moments, and we're a deuce away from the tie.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'll tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. Drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the fourth quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
Fuck. Oh, we got it. We got it. We got it.
Into the end zone for the two, and we've got a tie game in the final 2 minutes. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get out of position.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming.
Early tie. We good.
Jackson will throw.
I'm here.
Caught over the middle. It's clapped. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gun of the game. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. To the air on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. They've avoided the interception all
that shit crazy because I'm playing over the top and I'm right there, man.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's clapped.
Oh my God,
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Powers through the defense. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And they decide to trot out the kicker. The line of scrimmage is the 28. That'll make it a 45-yard field goal attempt and a big chance to win the game. There is nothing greater than a rivalry game unless you lose it. And in that case, there is nothing more miserable.
I agree, Reese. And that's why rivalry games are so great, because you take the stats, and you take the rankings, and you take the records, and you throw it all out the window. There's always tremendous effort and passion when we see these rivalry games. We certainly saw it today. And David, for this losing team, this one's going to sting for a while.
It does, but it's so strange because I always feel the same way. I'm like, there's no chance that they have a chance to upset them. But then you go, it's a rivalry game. The vitriol, the hate, it's already there. And so it means so much in sports. Who's motivated for these games? So you do get up. It does become a good game, even when it's not a good game on paper.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us for Dave.